All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is still Prime Morning, and this is still News Flash, and this is another part of the News Flash segment where, you know, we get a little bit up close. And when I say a little bit up close, today's conversation, we are going to get to understand what Dr. Yaw Opoku has for not just the New Patriotic Party, but if he, after being voted as the flag bearer of the NPP and hopefully voted as the president of the nation, what he has in store. But a number of you do know him. He used to be a deputy minister of education. He ended up becoming the minister of education and having to maneuver his way through the double track system and, you know, a whole lot of things when it comes to education. Do you think that he did his best? Do you think that he did awesomely well during that time? Well, he has shown his intention of contesting as a flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. In fact, on the 14th of August, the nomination form was picked on his behalf, and he received it. He posted that on his socials, and he made the official announcement that he has received a nomination form. And so, yes, officially, Dr. Yaw Opoku, who is also the Member of Parliament for Bosomtwe constituency, will be contesting for the flag bearership of the New Patriotic Party. But I have seated with me this morning his spokesperson, who is in the person of Yaw Opoku Mensah. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You were telling me early on that, it's been like, 2 years?
Yeah, sure.
2 years since we last met.
Yeah.
The last time we spoke, it was about the senior high school
placement system.
Yeah,
yes.
Placement system. All right. Hope everything is fine.
We are managing. I believe you are doing well.
I'm doing very, very well.
You can't even complain.
Oh, is it?
No.
Right. So let's get started with, congratulations to him and all of you who are rallying behind him on the nomination from officially being picked up and all of that. And when I saw that, the very first question that I asked myself is, what was the need for the students who picked up the form on his behalf? What was the message that you were trying to convey? I know that those are students that are benefiting from his benevolence when it comes to scholarships for students in medicine and engineering. So let's talk about what was the need for.
Let me say good morning to yourself and to our lovely viewers and to the entire country. And especially I'm conveying the warm greetings of Dr. Yaw Opoku to the good people of the New Patriotic Party, yourself, and to the entire citizens. It was quite interesting. We had our own plan going to the party office to pick our nomination.
Right.
But as you rightly put, I think you even know Dr. Yaw Opoku better than I
do. Maybe, just a little bit.
Yeah, so I think the beautiful aspect has got to do with what the man is known for.
Right, yeah.
And immediately you mention his name within the political space. There is one thing that comes out.
Yeah.
People ask, are you referring to the man who is advocating for STEM education?
Yeah.
Are you referring to the man who is educating over 150 students from his constituency in the area of engineering and medicine? And these are names that pops up. It tells you the name Opoku is a brand that the political party, the New Patriotic Party, needs in this critical moment.
Okay.
Why? If you have a candidate or a personality within a political fold, when that name is mentioned, a certain social development architecture is known.
Right.
And it is all around him. And the best question that comes out is, then, why are we not protecting this personality? Because everything about him has got to do with developing the human capital.
Yeah.
And we have that strong belief that if we want to have that development that we've been lacking since the days of independence, then he has that model. He holds that trump card. He has that blueprint that will be able to accelerate the development that we seek for. I listened to the conversation that the political representatives on your show had about the conjecture, etc., blaming something, etc. And what came into my mind has got to do with our engineering culture. Something that we should have done right at independence. and we never did.
Okay.
And there is a whole lot of model out there that we can look up to. And Dr. Osei-Adu has always been preaching to the good people of Ghana. Look, we are not the first country to stick to a certain model. Unfortunately for us, we have a lot of models to adapt from. And one significant thing has got to do with the Singaporean model, the Chinese model, and the South Korean model. What do they
Singapore, do? Looking at the fact that we gained independence the same year as
exactly,
and
exactly.
How, advanced they are at the moment.
That is the critical point.
Right.
So what did we do wrong? Unfortunately for us, we have a man who is fitting into that role to be able to have that missing link put together so that you and I will have that comfortability in sitting and saying that I was part of a certain generation that was able to save the situation. And that is the man that we are talking about. Right. And with this narration as to what I'm mentioning to you, it's not as if it's something that's within his mind, and the question will be, he had a stay in government for 8 years. Exactly. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do?
Yeah.
In his own personal capacity, the 150 students is a testament of what he believes the national agenda should be. Okay. Because we must engineer ourselves out of poverty.
I know that he, somewhere in 2020 or 2021, he spoke of a 10-year time frame where he's going to produce 100 engineers from his constituency. And looking at he's put over 100, like 150 students. He's putting them through school at the moment in medicine and engineering. What is the plan beyond the education? Because one issue that we have here in Ghana is employment.
Yeah.
So what is the plan beyond?
So the plan beyond that has got to do with the models that we are mentioning.
Okay.
And then he's trying to draw the attention of the country onto a specific model that even wouldn't require the assistance of government to put them into jobs or whatever.
Okay.
Right? Now, with these 150 students that we are referring to, fortunately for him, last year, he was the guest at UMAT, having 35 of his own sponsored individuals graduating from that end. Now, these individuals that we are mentioning now, you can find some of them, Anglo Gold, etc. They are scattered around on all platforms or companies that you know. So these individuals came together to prove a certain point to the young people of this country and to the New Patriotic Party that he is a man of his words. Before I start, not even being the flag bearer or the president, but we within the education field, there is a maxim that we normally use. We teach from known to unknown. So what do you know, Dr. Osei-Adu, when he says he wants to engineer, we must engineer ourselves out of poverty? How then do you know it? The 150 students are a testament to what he believes that should be done. That is why he didn't waste the time, but rather investing in these individuals so that they can be an asset to this country and they can be ambassadors for the task ahead. And once that is understood within that context, then it tells you that the name Educhum is not just a political figure or somebody seeking for a political glory, but he has a mission to accomplish. The mission is to ensure that Ghana gets to the heights that we are all looking for. And that is the demonstration that the students that he sponsored. He's not just paying school fees. Where they will sleep, pocket money as well. Every material which is required is part of the package that Dr. Osei-Adu gave to these 150 students. And they came in to show their support, their gratitude to him for what he has done for them. And again, to tell the world that they are not the only beneficiaries. Because I know that others are on the way coming, straight again from his own pocket. So if he's able to do this as a private individual, what can't he do if he's given the mandate to lead this country?
It's very interesting. When I was listening to them, and then they did mention that the party does not need a flag bearer, they need a president.
And I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. Why? I believe so in the sense that of all the people or the individuals that probably you may mention in this context, you started, Dr. Yaw mentioning double track.
Yeah.
If you leave out for our listeners to call in, what do you know of Dr. Yaw? They will tell you, oh, I know the man who is building schools and equipping them with the modern tools that we've never seen within our educational space. Giving even junior high schools the labs that we never had. I believe when you went to GHS, I don't know whether if you attended government GHS, where did your school ever have these science labs in their schools?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Which school? You never had that.
My basic education, I had it in
where?
greater schools.
At where? Where?
Summer.
What was the name? Greater schools. So you had greater.
Yes.
So you had science labs.
We had a science. Well, it took a while, after a little while, and then it was fully established and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have the robotics?
Okay.
outfit
no. For that, no, we did not.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is what the man is not.
Okay.
And that is what Ghanaians know him to.
Okay.
And that's why we are convinced in our minds that we just don't need a flag bearer. We need a president. We need a president who knows what he stands for and the direction that he wants to take the country to. And that is why I keep telling people we have a duty call. The duty call that we have is to protect the man, Dr. Yaw Opoku. Not only for the benefit of the New Patriotic Party, but for the benefit of the good people of Ghana. We cannot continue to be touting GDP credentials and exchange rate, etc. When we are not adding what is needed to be done. Look at what is happening in the space. Now you do have, they say the dollar is what, falling?
Yes, against the Ghana cedi.
Importers are happy.
Right.
Exporters say no.
No, yeah.
Government say there is a break, else my revenue wouldn't be able to match what I budgeted for. So are we not still doing the old things that we do know? That is basically what we are doing. And every day when we come back, we'll be discussing this, that comes to the same thing. But what can we do differently? We may probably want to stick to the old system. That's fine. But you have another model that can change the narrative for all of us and make our lives comfortable. And that is what we are telling. That is the essence of why Dr. Yaw is in this race. And that is why it is a duty call on you and I to project the man, Dr. Yaw Opoku, to lead the party for victory come 2028 and for proper development of our country beyond 2028.
When Dr. Opoku on June 18 officially announced his intent to run the race, one of the things that he did state was, he took us back to before he became Deputy Minister of Education when His Excellency, former President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, gave him a call and said that you have established, 3 schools in California? He didn't give him a call.
He met him in his premises.
Okay, so met him and said that.
Yeah, the president
was astonished. He was
astonished seeing the kind of
thing he was doing in the US.
Yeah, that he was doing in the state.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what? He replicated same in his constituency before he became a member of parliament.
Okay.
He built a school for Bosomche, a senior high school, with all these things that we are mentioning. That is what he gifted to the country. Anybody, before even gifting it out to the country, any student in there was going to that school for free. That is what he's noted for. So the same thing that he was doing there, he was doing same in his constituency.
The question I wanted to ask was, one of the main reasons for former President Akufo-Addo requesting that he join him was to change the face of the educational system here in Ghana. Within the 8-year period that he was Deputy Minister of Education, Minister of Education, and looking at what he's left now, and there being a whole new government, was that one way or the other achieved in any way?
Exactly the point. Let me give you one example.
Okay.
Fortunately for me, I was at the Ministry of Education when I heard that visual art students that in our schools, back in the days in a secondary school, any grade enters visual arts. But he kept telling the good people of Ghana that crop of students are the most talented individuals within our school. Because they can just look at you and put you on paper.
Yeah.
Anything that comes out within the imaginative thinking, it is put on paper.
That's true.
These are students that can be trained to be better engineers if the system is favorable. So what did he do? And that is what he introduced non-science students in engineering program. And he piloted that project with 2 schools, 2 universities, Pentecost University and UMatt. Currently, as we speak, I think they are in their 3rd or 4th year. These are individuals who never tasted, they despised science, the physics, the chemistry, etc. Because engineering space is only meant for those who are doing that pure science in our schools. I believe you remember. Ask yourself, how possible a general art student enrolled to read engineering?
That's true.
But he made it possible, something which is only done within in the developed world, the US, the UKs, etc. Forget about your background, whether you were a general art student, if you want to be in medicine, if you want to be in engineering, their system affords you that opportunity. And it came down here with that singular activity. We have students, non-science students, reading engineering in our various senior high school, in our various universities. And I believe within this, apart from UMatt, other universities were coming on board. And the report that we had was that these individuals were top-notch as compared to the ones that traditionally we knew about. So that's the eyes on what the man's thinking is.
Okay.
So therefore, it doesn't just comes out of his mouth, I want to do this, let's do it, etc. He demonstrated through his own work, both in private life and even as a public servant. And that is a testament of what we are discussing. And you can verify from UMatt, you can verify from Pentecost University to ascertain whether if these students, what is their status now? Were they able to continue the program? And if they continue their program, what is their performance as compared to the traditional scientists that we do know? So putting all these together, he's walking the talk. And that is the kind of leader that the country needs, not just to put out words there, but at least we should be able to measure your words against what you are achieving on the ground. And that is another testament of what he was doing at the Education Ministry. So the Honorable Minister for Education currently do have, that luxury of a personality that he can borrow ideas from on any day.
Okay.
On any day. And I think Dr. Osei-Aduchuma has even made it clear that once he's consulted, it is about the interest of the country. And everything about him is to ensure that Ghana succeeds. And if he's putting all out his life, his resources, his knowledge, his experience at the disposal of the country, then we need to ensure that we embrace it and make him fit into the system to deliver what we are looking for the interest of the country and for the interest of my political party, which is the NPP.
Very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still here. This is Newsflash. My name is Yaw Opoku Mensah, and I am here with Yaw Opoku Mensah, who's a spokesperson for Dr. Yaw Osei-Aduchuma, who is hoping to become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Is he convincing us enough that he does deserve to be the flag bearer and hopefully become the president of the nation one day? Well, we are still here and we are still speaking to the spokesperson. Now, let's move away from this and let's come to, I know that definitely you do encounter, or he does encounter, the personal sentiments of the people within the party. Some of us heard through the grapevine, some speculations being made by some foot soldiers claiming that, when he was in power, they had issue with senior high school placements where they were unable to get placements, and when they were trying to get through, he wasn't doing what they were hoping and expecting, or the swift response they were hoping and expecting that he would give. Even to some extent, some made it so personal by saying that he wasn't even answering phone calls. So if at the end of the day, he gains power again and becomes a flag bearer of the party, and there are certain personal things or certain personal relationship that, some people in the party are hoping that it would continue, what's the probability that they would end up still having that same personal relationship with him?
I have known Dog Yaw Opoku. I've worked with him, and I still work with him. I have never, within my entire life as a student, heard of a minister that dines with the students. I don't know whether if you heard some or you saw some during your days. I never saw some. There is a man who pays an unannounced visit to school just to ascertain on his own the welfare of the learners in these schools. He gets in there, goes straight to the dining hall, sits with the student, not with a special meal prepared for him. The very food in that bowl, which is being served by the table head, is what he eats. And if that is so, then the question comes, what kind of personality are we talking about?
Okay.
I don't know who is saying probably what you're telling me. But what I know was that a system was built specifically designed for the interest of all of us. Myself, people contacted me, assist me in this.
And you were able to?
I'm able to get it from his end.
Okay.
Right? Even on my own.
Okay.
I'm able to get it from his end.
Okay.
We have countless of people who meet us on the way, expressing their heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Yaw Opoku. People he has never known before. Party people he has never known before, never had any interaction before. Doctor, I reached out to you on this specific issue. I got the response that I needed. I'm grateful. Not only party people as well, even people who are just listening or tuning into radio programs in cars, trotros, the buses, etc. Here's the name, and they begin to mention, I reached out for this item, and this is the response that I got. And if that is the man that we are referring to, then I think we have a duty call to ensure that we do protect him. These are some of the sentiments that we also get at our end, right? So I'm not dismissing what you're telling me, but for what I know, what I can testify has got to do with the benevolence of the man.
Okay.
And the testament is what the case did. These were people who never had that dream of fulfilling their inner built potential.
Yeah.
Somewhere sitting there somewhere, just a call from somewhere. An identification in their small villages got onto them, and they are part of a certain scheme as we speak. So that is the evidence. That is the evidence for all of us to debate or look at it. Whether the rumor fits into this description.
Okay.
Or not.
Okay.
A man who gets out from his car wanting to understand how the people feel on the street. What is your thinking about the educational system? Talk to me. My doors are open. Let us sit at the Kofi Brookman's end. I believe you know what Kofi Brookman is.
Oh, yes, of course. It's one of my favorites.
Exactly the point. Let's talk. How within the next 5-10 years, how do you see Ghana? What does the future hold for us?
How does he see Ghana then? Within the next 5 to 10 years?
That is what we are discussing.
Okay.
And this is sentiment that he is picking from the very people on the ground, party people, etc. That is the kind of conversation that he built. That is the kind of rapport that he built with his people. And that is why I'm able to testify as to who he is, not as to what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And people will say a lot of things about individuals, especially within some context, etc. But at least, hey, the man's ability to be part of any ecosystem is testament of what he is.
I want us to quickly look at the support that he has at the moment.
We have your support, right?
The support that Dr. Yaw Opoku has at the moment. Now, we had, the MPs, the members of parliament. We have a huge number going to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We also had a certain number going to, the other candidates and all that. But it seems that with Dr. Yaw Opoku, there's no support, or publicly no member of parliament has declared his or her support to Dr. Yaw Opoku. How does that make him feel? What is his plan? What does he really intend on doing in relation to this?
We strongly believe that this is an internal context.
Okay.
And we believe that the party should be understood or run within the understanding of corporate governance, just as a corporate entity. What stays or what happens at the corporate end remains there.
Okay.
If you are not part of the system, you have no business understanding what pertains.
Okay.
Or what the operational activities of the corporate entity is. This is just an internal context. It's not as if we don't know where delegates are. Those people who form the base of the delegates. We do know them.
Okay.
We know them.
Okay.
And these are a crop of people who just came out from a devastating election in 2024. A mark which is unprecedented within our political history as a tradition. And therefore, the least thing that you can do is to deepen their woes.
Okay.
Yeah. What they need is a leader who can motivate them, lift them up from where we are, but not just to give them that noise.
Okay.
No, we shouldn't do that.
Okay.
So if we waste our energy, all our energy, within this internal context, slashing everybody, then what will be the energy for the 2028 elections? Especially when delegates are known. What, for example, if you go to Subin constituency, Obri Ebua polling station, A and B. Within Obri Ebua polling station, if you are even sticking to the 5, the polling station chairman where he stays. So should I come and sit here? Obri Ebua police station chairman, this is Yaw Opoku Mensah. I need your vote. Come and vote for me. This person has done that. This person has done that. When I can go, tailored conversation between us.
Okay.
We understanding ourselves.
Right.
Telling you what we can offer you.
Okay, Yaw.
When we get the opportunity to lead this party and to lead this country.
Okay.
Rather than sitting within the public space, destroying the reputation of the very entity that I aspire to lead, then what kind of message am I putting out? And if it becomes very challenging for me in 2028, whom do I blame? Do I blame myself? Do I blame the system, or I blame delegates again?
Right.
That is not what we need. So therefore, our conversation is tailored.
Okay.
And we wouldn't want that noise, that ugly noise, to be in the space to tarnish the reputation of the party. That's as I indicated.
Okay.
Delegates out there, what they need now is upliftment of their spirit.
Okay.
So that we can all gather our arsenals to face 2028 head on. And that is the approach that Dr. Yaw Opoku is using. And we do respect their image, their integrity, and the reputation of the very establishment that has brought us where we are today.
Okay.
That is why we are aspiring to lead it. And therefore, it's our prayer that all others should have seen that light and respected delegates in that light, just like as Dr. Yaw Opoku is doing.
Well, all I would say is all the best to him, and fingers crossed, let's hope and pray that the delegates do end up seeing exactly what you're seeing, exactly what he's also seeing, and then do the right thing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Yaw, thank you so much for your time this morning. Yaw Opoku Mensah has been my guest on Newsflash, and he's his spokesperson for Dr. Yaw Opoku, and I believe that maybe he has convinced you. I do not know. You can share that with us on our social media platforms. Let's find out exactly how that has gone. But then that's it for this one.